the curse of the wicked prince. They said no one could ever escape the curse of Prince Lenko. I wish I had believed them. It all started when I was tending to my father's cattle on the edge of the plains. The sun was setting behind Mount Kilimanjaro, casting long shadows over the land. That's when I saw her, Nalika. She was from a nearby village, and as soon as our eyes met, I knew she was the one I had always dreamed of. Her beauty was like no other. Her laugh, soft like the wind through the acacia trees, filled me with warmth. But there was something I didn't know. Nalika was promised to Prince Lenko, the cruel son of the chief, who ruled our land with fear. He wasn't like other warriors, he was wicked, known for punishing anyone who crossed him. His eyes, they said, were as dark as the night without stars. People whispered about how he had driven some villagers mad with his spells, but no one dared speak against him. They said he could summon the spirits of the ancestors to do his bidding. I had always thought it was just a story to keep children from wandering too far. One evening, I met Nalika by the river. We laughed, we talked, and before I knew it, we had fallen in love. She told me how she feared Lenko, but her family had no choice. He had already paid for her hand in marriage with gifts, cattle, goats, beads, but her heart belonged to me. I didn't want to lose her. That night, we decided to run away, to cross the plains and disappear into the mountains where Lenko's power couldn't reach us. Before we could even leave the village, I started feeling strange. I would see shadows moving in the corners of my eyes, whispers of voices in the wind that weren't there. Nalika grew pale, her smile fading. One night, while we were hiding in an old cave, I woke up to her staring at me, her eyes wide with fear. But Lenko knew. Before we could even leave the village, I started feeling strange. I would see shadows moving in the corners of my eyes, whispers of voices in the wind that weren't there. Nalika grew pale, her smile fading. One night, while we were hiding in an old cave, I woke up to her staring at me, her eyes wide with fear. "They're here," she whispered. Before I could ask who, the entrance of the cave darkened. It was Prince Lenko. His tall figure stood against the night sky, and he wasn't alone. There were creatures, things I had never seen before, crawling in the darkness around him. Their faces were twisted, and their hands reached out like claws. "You think you can take what is mine?" Lenko's voice was deep, almost like a growl. Nalika screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the night. Lenko whispered words I couldn't understand, and the ground beneath us trembled. I tried to run, but I couldn't move. My body felt heavy, like the earth itself was pulling me down. Lenko looked at Nalika, his face twisted in a cruel smile. "You will never be free," he said, and then when I woke up, Nalika was gone. The villagers found me the next day, lying alone by the river, my body covered in strange marks. They said I had been cursed, that I was lucky to be alive. But I didn't feel lucky. Nalika was gone, and the whispers, those terrible whispers, they never left me. To this day, I hear them, especially at night. And every time I do, I know Prince Lenko is watching. He may not have taken my life, but he took everything else.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share, like and comment.